Morning Mr Peacock, it's Gary. I'm just going to take you around, do a demo on your van. So we'll start on the outside and work our way into the inside. Okay, so habitation door, we'll open that. Little bin on the inside there. Your rubbish, fly blind on the door. Fly blind on your big door. So just pull that across, just watch you don't walk into that when you're coming in and out of the van. Warning light, done from the first silver one as you go inside the door, so that puts your big warning light up on the top. That. No electric step to worry about. Inside here is a charging point. You can buy a torch which charges itself, which fits on there. I think there's another one inside the van in the top left hand corner. Mains hookup lead, so that's just in there. So if you want that off, just lift the flap up at the back and just slide it off, put it back on again. Fridge vents, top and bottom, you don't really need to be in there, that's mainly for servicing. Fresh water, so when you're filling up, that's where your fresh water goes. Obviously it's locked, keep the water in, so just put your pipe into there, fill up, just keep your eye on your gauge on the panel above the habitation door when you go in. Into your garage, so you've got a light there which doesn't go off on its own, so when you shut the garage door just make sure you switch that off, otherwise it'll drain your battery down. Mains RCD trip off is up there in the corner, so if your power goes off, they'll go down like that, flick them back up again. If it keeps going off, there's a source in the van which is chucking the 240 off, so just check around on your kettles etc, just make sure you've got no fuses blown. Smart repair kit for your spare wheel, for your wheels. If you get a puncture, slime goes on the end of it and it secures your tyre to get you where you want to go. Awning pegs, so pinning your awning down will go to your awning when we're bidding around. A couple of little brackets here which you can put to the side of the van to put extra strengthening poles onto your awning if you want them, but they don't come with the van. This one here is your glue chemical waste for your cassette toilet, so you can just put a little tiny bit of that in there to add to your water, and it just breaks everything down. Your microwave is loose in your box. Your spare wheel kit. That's all your towing eyes, jack, etc. if you need them. They just stay in there. These seats for your forward facing chairs, which we'll go and put one of those in when we get round to the inside. Reversing camera, it's on the top there. If you need to adjust it, you just take the silver things off, undo the little grub screws in it, and then just spin it to where you prefer it. It is showing down the back there, so it should be okay. Gas locker box, that just pushes up onto there. You can pull that down as well to give you a bit more access, and then your gas bottles are just into there. Pigtail goes onto your gas bottle, so it's clockwise to take it off, anti-clockwise to put it on, and then your regulator's up in the top there, so there's nothing you need to do in there apart from make sure your bottle's connected and switching your gas on. Okay. Cassette toilet. So when your pump's switched on inside the van and your cassette gets full, the red lights will come on the back of the toilet. There's a little tiny window panel there, and then pick your orange lever up. If it only comes to there, just make sure that your toilet's shut inside, otherwise you'll just pull all the plastic things off inside your toilet. So it's off and out like that. Spin around, take your cap off, put your cap out of the way so you don't kick it down the hole. Tip wherever you're going to empty. If it's only running slowly, press the orange button, that'll let the pressure off, and then it should come out a lot faster. So you put your blue chemical inside here, and just close it back up again. Wheels back in the little runners down below here, and then just slide it in so the orange handle puts inside. Just get that out, just put your fingers under and just lift it out. And that's that for that. Wastewater, a little spanner here which I'll leave in your cutlery drawer so you know where it is, and then that just goes on the little bar there. I'm not sure which way this goes now. That's it. So it's from 6 o'clock to 3 o'clock, so it's up in the air like that, and that'll let the water out of your waste. So that's that one. Through my heating. So that's your vent for your heater and your heating thing under the seat here. You may get condensation running down there. Don't worry about it, it's just excess steam coming off the boiler, which is behind here. AdBlue, it's in the blue one there, diesel in the top one. Just tell you on the dashboard when that needs to be done, so just keep your eye on that. Into your cab. Storage here. Away. Storage at the top there. A couple of USB ports in there. USB port on the side here. 12 volt. Like a cig lighter one there on the top there, if you can see that. Onto here. Yep, so you've got a map reading thing there. If you grab hold of the top and just pull it forward, it'll lift up like that. And then the little thing on the side here where the white arrow is, if you pull that towards you, your mobile phone, get mine out there, will sit in between there if you want it to, sat nav or whatever. And put it away, just lift it up and just fold all those in, flick it back in and just gently push it down. So you don't really need to tug too hard on that, so just pull it up in the air and it's down. That's it on there. Electric window on this side. Blinds, knit the two little black things together in the middle there, slide it along onto the magnetic strip. These are paper, so just be careful with them because they dint very easily. And go back in like that, and then get back in. Your screen blind does exactly the same. That's to squeeze it there and hold on to it. Squeeze that one over. That shuts your window blinds. So the two bits at the top there, when you push it past your rear view mirror, will part to allow it to pass, and then to put them back in, part them off the magnet, slide them back, just push them in, click them in. I come round here, we can show you the fuses. So under your seat here, just lift that little flap up, that's where all your fuses are. So that's your first protocol. If your TV goes off, there's a little fuses at the back there. Just check those, make sure they've not blown. The sharp box here is where your solar panel runs into. So your solar panel comes off the roof into here, and this trickle charges all the time. So there's no visual markers for this, it just does it through the box itself. So that's it under there. So your seats, armrests, both sides. If you want to adjust them, there's a little whirling knob underneath there which you can pull it up and down and it'll alter the angle of the chair. These ones here do your height, forwards tilting. The other one around the side here which is stuck out, I don't know whether you can see that one, like that one there on the side of the chair here. If you pull that, oh, that'll do your captain's chair and make it swivel all the way around. Side of the door here is your bonnet catch, so pull that, lift your bonnet up, come out. And your bonnet pull is roughly in the centre of the red badge there, or to the right of it, and then just lift it up, so that's that yellow one. Up into there, keep your bonnet up, pull it in. And down below here, that oil filler, dipsticks down the back there. Now if you want to get to these tops on here, on top of there, I put my torch down there, just turn the little whirling knobs to the sides. Push them up like that and you can get into the top. So power steering, brake fluid, I forgot that one is now, antifreeze and water, and then your wash screen wipe is in the corner here, so that's the blue one there, so that's for your window washers. Let's put this back on again, a little plastic lip there underneath the metal one there on an angle. You can take that rubber if you need to and take it off. Push it back in like that and then just turn the plastic things around again, and that's that. Right, we'll do your awning. Get the awning out. Shut your door. Awning handles flipped up in the top here. Just pull that out and take it off. You can extend the handle if you need to by twisting the blue thing there, and it'll make it longer or shorter depending on how tall you are. Up into the little slot there. Gently anti-clockwise to find her out. Take the handle out. Now what you're aiming for is to get this front panel here at height you can reach. And all you've got to do then is get your thumb, put it under the little bracket at the end there and pull it towards the outside. Lift the leg out, pop it down, and on there and then just brush those up in the air. May feel a bit stiff, these little handles, when you first use them, but they just feel a bit gritty, so that's shut. That locks it off, stop it moving. Same with the other side. That's a little silver handle there. There's a thumb behind there, and then just pull it. Swing your leg down. And lock her off. Now, what you do now is wind the awning out further so that your legs both do that, and then pick the legs up and move them to where you need the awning to be. When these bars are at a certain distance, when they're open straight, these strengthening bars will flick out and go in. The end of that will go into these little things on the end here. So if you look that side on there, little metal thing on the back of there, will drop into there, but it's got to be open and certain amount before you can do it. And all you do, just push that back into there again. Like that. That's it. So you can get locking bars which fit into these and go up to the top. Put it away, lift the leg up, pull that down. I've put this away. You must have this foot facing the outside and not that way around, so it's got to be that way. Pop it back into there and just push back on there again. That locks your leg back in again. Same to this side. Down, up in the air, leg to the front or foot to the front. Put it back in. So that's your running. Now put away so you can wind it back in again now. Stand clockwise and then just slowly back in. Go too fast, it won't go over the rollers, it'll make it baggy. You'll find it hard to close it all. Nice and gently. She closes. There you go. Back up again. Back in its place. Right off in there. Now have a look at your levelling system. You want to jump in there, Holland. Your levelling system's here. That's it. Just take that little plastic bit there up in the air, drops it out like a remote control. Going outside again now. So there's your panel when it comes off. So when I do it on automatic, manuals, if your ground's really rough terrain and it's up and down, you may need to go onto that and just do each leg individually. So automatic mode, put your ignition on. Turn the key on, press automatic, and then auto down, and start coming down. There's a bubble on there, which is like spirit level. When the van's level, that blue one will go into the centre. The front ones come down first, then your back ones, and then your front ones will go up again. The back one's coming down now. Front's just going up again. It's just lifting your tyres off to get it level. As you notice now that the level's in the middle of the and gone green. And to close it back up again is the bottom left one there. Let's push it all back again. There you go, that's it. And then the panel back into your charging unit. That's that one. Last bit just going up. Just ignition off again. Right, go on to the inside then. In the back here. So under the the bed. If you lift this up, take the panel out. That's your fresh water tank down there. So when you first get to a site, you've got water in the van at the moment. I think there's about 70% water in it. This black one here, you need to shut down, which is clockwise, and it's only about a turn and a little bit. If you've still got water coming out underneath the van, just keep turning it till it shuts it off. Don't go mad with it and keep doing it, because it'll just all come out in your hand. To drain your water, it's anti-clockwise, about a turn and a half again, and it'll drop it off. That's an inspection hatch to look inside the tank if you ever need to get in it. Well, that's about it there. So that needs to be shut clockwise when you get to a site, otherwise when you pump water in through your outside connection there, you'll end up with the water just running straight out the bottom of the tank. So that's that one. Put that back on there. Leave things in there, is it? There's your bed. Some USB ports down the bottom there. That's just a blank, so you could put a 240 socket in there if you wanted to. Wardrobe space. Roof vents, the button on the back there, press it in, pull them up, opens your roof vent. You've got a few different options for venting it. Just make sure it pushes back up and the button jumps out before you travel on. Fly blind, blackout blind for the night time. Light switch under there for each side of the bed. Cupboard space above your bed. Little handles just push down from the top there to open them. This side, switch there for your LEDs above the bed there. And then you've got 240 socket if you want your TV on mains, 12 volt for your TV if you want it on 12 volt, and that's your aerial socket. So if you plug an aerial into there and put TV on there, you'll get your TV pipe straight through from your aerial. The windows all pull down like that. No buttons on them. And they just go up. So they click like that and stop. If you want to bring it down, you've got to go upwards to bring it downwards. And then just click them back in. All the blinds work the same, so down, fly blind, blackout blind, just click them in, back up again, and your blind at the top there, just roll them down. You can either have it so you can see through, or if you pull it back, wherever the thing is, you can blank them off so you can't see in or out. And back up again. TV pointers there, so screw your TV on through the back of there. To release that, just pull it down. That releases it. At the moment that won't move when you're travelling. If you're watching it in bed, just pull it around and spin it to where you want it. Just push it back in again. Nothing else in here, is it? Nope, that's it in there. I've got under the floor here. Storage under the floor there. Into your shower room. Shower's there. The left one lets it drop up and down, lock it off. Take the shower off through there. Back in again. And then left and right. I'm not sure. I think blue's to the right and red's to the left, so hot and cold. Water does get very hot, so just watch yourself. couple of plugs there which go in the floor like that. Just be mindful if you use these plugs that it will fill up the tray and it will come over if you're not letting it drain, so it's down to yourselves whether you use those or not. And then your door, just lift the tray catch up and the door pulls across. If it fits in there, it might be easy to go inside. Across that way. Toilets through here. There's your toilet flush. Pump's not on. Let's put the pump on. It won't flush if the pump's not on. Pump on like that. So the blue button flushes the toilet. And to let the water down into the cassette, grey handle underneath here, pushes towards the side wall, then lets the water drop down and just shut it again, stop any smells coming up. When your pump's on and your cassette outside gets full, that's where the red lights will come on to tell you it's full. So that's that. Toilet will swivel. And you've got storage under both sides of here. Toilet roll holder on this side, which threads through and comes out here. You just push in. Taps on the back there. So it's cold to the wall, hot to the right. So the water does get hot, so just be careful. Right. So now just put your finger under there. 240 socket out the back there. See that? And your light switches are underneath there as well. So air vent there for the blow air heating, so that'll blow hot air through there. You can shut that off by just flicking the thing around like that. Just push it back again if you want it open. Storage at the top there. If you just pull that one down, and to open this vent, the plastic thing there, if you pull it towards the back, same with that one, and then you can multi-angle these round where you want them, and then just pull them down to lock them back in. There's a little blind on the back of there, just hooks over there, so when you're taking this off, just keep hold of it because it does snap back, and that's that. Again. Doorway here will shut across there to shut your bathroom off from the rest of it. And you're onto your fridge. So, fridge there. At the moment it's on mains. So if you keep the square there with the white round it, if you press onto that, start flashing, and you can use the arrows to move it around where you want. So that automatic will do it automatically. So that's gone straight onto mains because we're on mains. And then battery, gas. So go back to automatic again, press the square again to confirm it. That's your coolness of your fridge. So just press again to confirm that. If you want to move it up and down, same thing on there, just use the arrows. So that's fully up there, look. And just confirm it with the white one again, and that's that. If you pull the mains and your gas is on, this, if it's on A, will jump over to gas straight away to lit lights. If you've got no gas on and you take the mains out, it'll jump over to leisure battery, to engine battery. So when you're driving, it'll keep it cool. If you're going to go away for the weekend or away for a week, may pay to put the fridge on a day before, get it cooled down. It's a bit of a myth that you can jump in the van on a Friday afternoon and take off to where you want to be, and then the fridge is going to be nice and cool when you get there. It takes a while for it to reach its coolness and its temperature. To open, handle here, put it towards the front of the van, and you're into your fridge here. Freezer's in the top there, and you've got your plastic storage down each side. You can take these off if you want to just clip off. Bit of a tray there, tray at the bottom. You can remove the salad tray thing to move it around where you want. That's about it there. It's a drawer unit at the bottom, so you've got a little drawer for storage there. And the top one is your amplifier for your aerials, which is all connected up. So like I say, if you put a TV on the front here, you'll get your programs on here, and you'll get them in the bedroom as well. If you want to switch this off, when you put the mains power off on the panel here, that switch it off, you see the blue light going off. Or on the top left corner here, there's a little switch. You can switch it off automatically on your own. So that's on and off. I'll leave it on at the moment. You don't need to do anything to them, they're all connected up. Aircon unit. Remote control for the aircon. Pulls that thing. I've not fastened this on the wall. I'll leave that preference to you to see where you want to put it. Just be mindful if you put it on the wall here, don't put big screws in because it'll come through into the shower room. So to switch on, red one on and off. See the aircon going. There's different settings on there. All your manuals and your books for this are inside here with everything else. So that's all your booklets, spare keys and everything are all inside here. There's a month's reading for you there. Switch off again, it's on the off. And that's off. Some little controls there, you can deflect the coolness down into the van by just sliding the nose up and down, front and back. So I'll leave that control, your knife and fork drawer, and I'll leave your spindle for your waste thing in there as well, so you know where they are. Up. So once your gas is switched on, you press the knob down and turn it anti-clockwise. There's a little igniter switch next to it. Puts your gas on, so you've got 1, 2, 3. They'll stay on like that. And then off that way. Shuts off valves for the winter. So if you want to shut your gas off, if you just turn these round that way, that shuts all the gas off to every appliance what uses gas, and back on that way. So, and you can just hear on there, you can just hear the flame failure device things cut out to stop any gas coming through. That's your drawer unit with your knives and forks, cutlery, and your little oven here is a little plastic lever there to lift it up, put it down, and then what you've got, if I switch that off there now, it'll be so bright, I can find it. That one done, is it not up there? So your cooker and oven. So there's your light, which puts the light on and in and out. And then it's just an oven on this one, so there's no grill in it. So let's turn it round to the left. And you see the gas in the back there is lit up. We'll just keep it pressed until it warms it up and let go. And then off. Switch her off. It's back up to the top there, so the little black line must be 12 o'clock. Then you can put your grill pan back in. And they just stay in there like that. Lift the clip up again. Storage in there. kitchen roll holder, 240, 240. That's it on those ones. Storage inside there. Storage inside this one. Same on this side. And your front roof light. You just undo the clips on the side. The ones on the back have got buttons on them, so you need to press those in. So if you can see there, look, I've got my torch on it, little button there. Just press that in while you're turning it. Same with that one, and then just push it on. And just lock it off on those little locking nuts. And you've got your fly blind and blackout blind. And to bring that down, if you just slacken that off, she'll just drop down. You can just turn these to lock it in. Charging point there. Table just flicks over like that. And goes forward and backwards. And it locks off by the little handle underneath there. Come this way, look. You can pull that out like that. Flip your table over to give it a bit of length. And it'll go backwards and forwards to you. Either way. Just put that back in there, and then the handle at the back there. You push that up in the air, that locks it, stops the whole table moving. Don't stop that moving. That's just for that bit there. That's that then. So onto your panels then up here. So another 240 socket there. TV aerial point. So that one's going to your aerial on your TV. Your 12 volt on your TV into there, or your mains into that one. So that's 240, that's 12 volts. I'll leave the aerial in there. Same thing as the back one. So fasten your TV in through these. And just pull that lever down to open it. And it just locks automatically on its way back. So your panel here is everything on off to the van, apart from these two which are on the mains, so they go off from there. So to put your 12 volt back on, press the button there, she's back on again. The bottom one does your driver's battery for your engine, that's telling you it's on 12.5. The top one does your leisure battery, which is at 13.5. It may go low because you're on the mains when you unplug. Bottom one's waste, so you get little blue lights coming up there. There's no waste in it at the moment. And then you've got 75% fresh water in there. So wastewater is the one with a little nipple on the bottom, and your fresh water is the one that's open on the top. And then your pump is that one, which gives you your pump sign. So if that's not switched on, it won't tell you in the toilet when your cassette's full outside, so you need to have that on if you're using the toilet, just to make sure you know it's ready for emptying. The black thing there is just a sensor for the heating, so you don't need to do anything with that. It just gives you the temperature inside the van. So your boiler and heating is done off this one. So if we switch everything off, and we'll go back to the beginning. So that's gone off. So to switch your panel on, it's the big button in the middle, so press on there till it comes up with the time on. Press it again, it brings your symbols up. So your first one is your motorhome symbol. Press the brown one again, you're on off at the moment. That will go right up to 30, which is your temperature inside the van. Press it to confirm it again. To move that across that way is a clockwise turn on there onto your water. So water's off at the moment. Then you've got eco, hot and boost. So if you go on to hot, E. Press it again to say yes. Clockwise scroll again to your gas. So at the moment we're on electric 2, so if we go right back to the beginning. So gas on its own. Mix 1 is gas and electric. Mix 2 is gas and electric. EL1 is electric on its own, and EL2 is electric on its own. So the easiest way to see the EL1 and EL2 is like having the old electric 1 and 2 bar fires. So 1 is like having 1 bar on, 2 is like having 2 on. Roughly, it doesn't equate to that, but that's roughly the easiest way of telling you. So scroll across to there again. So at the moment, put that onto gas. Click to OK it. Scroll across again, goes to the little fan sign. So you've got eco or high. So if we put that on high, that'll blow the blow air heating through the vents in the floors. Get you some heat into the van. So the boiler's just coming on now. Just hear it striking up. And then through these vents here, we'll get warm air blowing through there. So anything what's grey like that is where the heating comes out of. So you'll get warm air blowing out of there. So if we go back onto there again, if you keep scrolling round, got 2 little clock symbols there. So your first one is you can set it like you do a central heating timer at home. So if you want it to come on at 7:30 in the morning before you get out of bed at 8 o'clock, just set your times on it and OK it on the front there. If you ever want to go back out of this, just keep pressing the little back button there and she'll set you back up. So your next clock symbol when you get around there is setting your time. So press it to confirm it. Turn the dial to change the numbers, so confirm it and confirm it, and then that sets your time. Let's switch everything off. Go back round to your caravan sign. You can go to off. That's off. Hot water. Off again, and that's everything switched off. When you switch your heating off there, it automatically puts the fans off. So they'll be off as well. So to return, back on the little button there, and you're back to the beginning again. Back to your time. There's a little symbol on the side there which tells you your mains is plugged in. So you're on mains electric, and then switch off again, press on the button again. It stays off, and then that'll go off on its own eventually. Right, we'll get one of the chairs out the boot and we'll put it in here. This thing here is a little extra shelving thing for resting anything on, cups or whatever. It just sits over the top of there like that. And then your water, cold to my side, hot to that side. And a little cover for the top there. Goes on the top. Don't put your glass top down on your hob until these rings are absolutely cold, otherwise it'll just blow up like an atom bomb. So, and that goes back down like that. So just make sure these are cool before you put them down, otherwise it goes bang. Right, to put your chair in, to remove the cushions, by just putting your hands down the back. So where they're velcroed onto there, if you just use your fingers just to push it off, you won't rip them off. Take the cushions off. And what happens then is you pull that over there. That one goes inside there for your legs. I'll just get one of the chairs. Chair goes in there like that. So what you're doing is these 2 poles here go into the slots here. Straight in there, look. And then that threaded one there, just want to tighten up so it sits in nice and tight. That's locked in now, and then you can get a smaller one of the two. Goes in there, and your back cushion goes. Down the back of there. Like that. So repeat the same performance for the other side. That's how you get those on and off. So there's your Velcro pads. So if you just get your fingers and just push them in, just takes them off so it doesn't rip it. And to take it off, just the reverse again. Same principle for the one on that side. And just undo the nailing knob again. It's loose. And just make sure that the shears don't pull the little grommets out of what fit in there. And they just go into there again. Now that's that. And to put it back again, just pull that out. Got a magnetic catch. That one goes over, sits into there, and then small one into there, sit the other way around, that one goes in there. That's the one from the back. That one goes in there. And the back cushion back on there as well. Just get rid of this one, Holly. Move this table over here. As I said, inside here is all your reading for the next 6 months. And you've got a spare set of keys in here, one for the ignition, one for the locker doors. So I'll leave that zipped up and on the chair. Like this. I think in this side we've got the boiler under here, so have a look under here. Take that one off there. One, two, and three. This one. There's your boiler. If I get under there, the easiest thing I've ever done with that. If I come through this way. That does the same as the one on the other side there, so pull that across, fold those over, make sure it locks itself into the little slot there. You've got your boiler under the seat there, so you don't need to do anything with this. The only things you do need to do is the two switches down here need to be in the position they're in when you fill in the van with water. If you want to drain it, if you turn the blue one so that the blue is facing that way, then the button at the bottom will pop out and the water will drain out the bottom of the van. The yellow one, you can just flick it up in the air so it's straight like that, and that'll drain the water out the pipe work. So if you've drained the van down for winter, when you go to a site to fill up again, or you're filling up at home, Make sure that blue one's in that position, the bottom one's shut, just presses in, and then the yellow one is down in that position, and then your water won't drop out the bottom of the van. And that's it really, and we're into your cab now. Put these back. Back up there, into that way. Under there, is it? Just put your seats back in again. Same thing with these blinds, they're same as the ones in the bedroom, up and down, and take them off, and your blind, up and down like that. Light switches there, to do your ones under here and the ones around the top of the van there. That's my torch, what I was looking for. And we're into your cab. Done everything in there, haven't we? That's the same as the one at the back, so press the button in, up and down, fly blind, back out blind. That's it with those. Let's go through there. There. The ignition on, electric windows. Aircon, fan speeds, different directions for the air to blow up onto your windows, hazard lights, locking, heated screen, hill descent, traction control, lights, top stem, indicators left and right, cruise control on the bottom stem, wipers on the right one on this side, fog lamps down this right hand side where my arm is, electric mirrors done off the front, little knob there, steering wheel adjustment up and down that way, and that just locks it back in again. Put that on. Okay, that's your digital radio, so you can set your channels by just going onto one of these, you can seek it, and then just press a long press on whatever number you've got it on, and it'll store the radio stations in for you. Radio 2 on there. So navigation is on that one there where it says nav. It'll just load itself in. Telling you where we are now, Deacon Road. So to go out of that, just press the home button. You can set your phone, Bluetooth your phone to it. Camera, showing behind you, and then does it change if you if I go to reverse now, it should come straight on. That's showing you down below the van. Okay, that's roughly it on there. So all the different things are on here. You've got your radio, your AV ports, Bluetooth failed because there's no phone on it. Cogs at the top there give you your different settings, so you can just scroll down there, look. And then you can just click on whichever one of those you want to go into. So you put your own preferences in. Home takes it back to where you want to be. That's about it. Let's camera again. There we go. switch her off. Button there, there isn't one on the dashboard. So long press on there, it'll shut it all off for you. So that concludes it just about. So I hope you get on well with that and enjoy.